Hello, friends. Today in social studies, we're going to continue talking about chapter 12, how do leaders help their communities? So let's kind of recap what we talked about yesterday. We talked about leaders being voted or being elected, and that means that the people vote for who they want to be their leaders. We also learned that leaders help make laws to keep the community safe and clean. So let's continue to see what else the leaders do to help our community. The leaders spend money for services. Community leaders decide how to spend the community's money. Every community needs people to help keep it safe. This is the job of firefighters and police officers. Leaders decide how much money to spend on these services. They also decide how much to spend on fire trucks and police cars. So over here, you'll see a picture of a firefighter, and it's up to the leaders of the community to decide how much money is going to go towards these services, how much is allocated for the police officers, and how much is allocated, or how much is given to the fire department. Also, every community needs people to work on its streets, sidewalks, and parks. So leaders decide how much money to pay these workers. And they also decide what has to be fixed and in the order it needs to be fixed. Like what needs to be fixed first, what needs to be fixed second. And here you see a picture of some construction workers working on the road of a street. So all this is decided by the leaders of the community. Leaders also decide what to build. So community leaders decide where to build new buildings and parks. Leaders think about what new buildings in the community needs. They also think about what buildings will look like. They work with people in the community to make decisions. These decisions help make sure everyone can enjoy these buildings and parks in a community. So they might have some discussions, maybe like some city council meetings like we saw in the very first picture, to talk about what the needs of the community are. Do they need more restaurants? Do they need more other type of business buildings? What is it that the community needs? And then it's up to the leaders of the community to decide what is best for everybody. And they'll decide where it goes, what it looks like, how it's built. And you see from the picture here, this is just a picture of someone who has blueprints and they're making something in their community. So to summarize about leaders in our communities, people vote for leaders to make important decisions. Leaders make laws for the community. They decide how to spend money on services. They decide what building and parks to build in the community. Next, I want to show you just an example. This is a snip from the Park District or the Village of Schaumburg's website. This is an example of the year's plan for Schaumburg. These are the projects Schaumburg's mayor had to approve. So these ones in dark blue, these are all roadway repairs. So 66.4% of all the money in the Schaumburg community is going towards roadway fixtures. They're fixing up roads. This small percentage right here, the red, is the next biggest, and that's water and sewer. So they're probably going to be fixing sewers and pipes and stuff like that has to be fixed in the city. And then this yellow part, that's what's being given to the community for anything that needs help in the communities. In green, that's the percentage of money that's being given to either build or fix buildings. The purple is other, and then this tiny light blue is for bikeways. So this is how they decide where the money goes, and this is where it happens to go this year for the 2019-2020 year. And this is straight from the Village of Schaumburg's website. And then also I wanted to show you, so here we have roadways is taking up 66% of the money from the community. And here is part of where it's going to. Here's the street program. Here's Blackwell. And they're going to be fixing these streets over here in orange. These are just a couple of the streets that are going to be fixed. They're part of this 66% of the money. So here's some road construction near Blackwell School. So it's just an example of the kind of construction that goes on, the kind of decisions that have to be made by the communities. So the next thing I'm going to have you do is you need to kind of put these ideas together. So read all the sentences in the boxes, complete the last sentence in each box. You're going to use the words from the word bank to finish the sentences. So for example, community leaders made these decisions. You cannot ride your skateboard in the mall. The city limit is 25 miles per hour, and firecrackers are not allowed. So, with these three decisions that were made, were the community leaders making laws, spending money for services, or deciding what to build? So, whichever one you think makes the most sense, were community leaders making laws when they were thinking about these decisions? Were they spending money for services when they made these decisions? Or were they thinking about what they should build when they made these? And then this one is community leaders made these decisions. The city will get more police officers. The city will pay for a new fire engine. Workers will fix city streets. So what are they? Oopsie, sorry guys. So what is it that they're trying to do with these three decisions? Are community leaders trying to make laws? Are they trying to figure out how to spend their money? Or are they figuring out what to build? And then the last one is community leaders made these decisions. The community will build a zoo. No fast food restaurants will be allowed in the community, or the community will build a new library. So when these three decisions were made, were community leaders making laws, spending money for services, or deciding what to build? So just you can either voice record it or you can put it in a text box, whichever you prefer. Just put one of these in each of these boxes.